Perfect.
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is your time. It is always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. So let's make this money. My name is Joe. This is TradeIntuition, where we show you how to successfully trade without all the boring, complicated terms, pattern memorization, elite waves, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. Nope, nope, nope. Support, resistance. That's it. All right, moving on. I'll tell you what is moving on. The charts. Good Lord. Ondo. We're in this coin. Ondo, 15.7%. Now, granted, we've actually entered this one a few times. It's been in a really nice accumulation. We've been looking at it for over a month, I believe. We entered it. We had lower entries. They both hit, which was great. Then, of course, it came up again. And then we just posted this one, I think, like 2 days ago. In the group. That way, of course, in case they missed it previously, now they can, get into the trade. So just kind of give you a heads up on that. All right. Oh yeah, let me put my chat up. For whatever reason, what program am I using? Restream doesn't like OBS anymore. Like, I'm always getting issues with it, but it's okay. We work around it. Let me put this over here. So I have two chats, one right there and one right here. That way, hopefully I can see the chat as it moves. All right, good stuff. See, we got Ruin up 6.3%. We got DYDX up 3.4%. So nothing too amazing. We do have Jasmine up almost 4%. Pendle almost 8%. We do have Neo. We have Uni. Keep an eye on these guys. One thing that I absolutely love in reference to any members that are not VIP yet, notice the ones that I call out, and especially if I give you hints. For example, Uni, wink, wink. You might want to check that one out. FET, disappointment. FET, AGIX, and Ocean. Man, these three, they ain't doing good. All right, so let's look at some of the chat we got here. Let's see here. Jono says, a VRA doing the Wyckoff at the moment. Nice. Hopefully it's at the spring, because after the spring, that's when it just catapults. Unless it's a lower spring or a lower spring, or maybe even an area that breaks those levels and it's a lower spring. But anyway, we're looking for the spring. Hopefully this spring. All right, moving on. See, we got Mark. Mark says, Jono, all my lower entries yesterday hit. Very nice. And that's what you got to do. You got to put lower entries. I love lower entries. Man, do I love it. Now, some people, depending on how you trade, they could see those lower entries as areas inside a low volume node, or possibly a vector candle. I mean, there's so many different names. I mean, you can literally list, I don't know, 5 or 6 different names for the same thing that we're doing. We're just looking to the left, putting our entry lower, no fancy names, no fancy anything. And then we enter the trade, because we see that to the left, we see that, okay, it came down to this area, it bounced. So if it does go down, hopefully it'll bounce off of this area. We enter the trade. No fancy terms here. We just simply show you how to easily trade. So that's it. All right, moving on. Let's see here. Mark says, Jono says, Mark, yep, it's at the LPs stage now. Nice. LPs refers to the Wyckoff theory. Give you a heads up. All right, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Now, I do have a treat for you guys today. I'm actually working on a video. I'm trying to make these videos more professional or more thought out. Just doing videos, period, that aren't a part of the live stream. And what I talk about in this particular video, you know, I'm doing kind of a script, I guess, just so it can be more professional. I need to start working on this so that I could grow the channel. But I'm going to be talking about liquidity and volume. These are words that are always said. I normally don't say liquidity too often, and if I do, I try to explain what it is. Same thing with volume. I try not to say the words too many times, but if I do, I say what it is. Same thing with money flow. Same thing with order books. Same, like everything that I'm showing you, it's not just one thing. It's a series of steps that you have to step on, and you have to climb this staircase. And if you try to skip a few steps, well, sure, you might be able to get, but you could fall. So very important. It's step by step. Now, if you don't understand what these words mean, I strongly recommend looking them up. DYOR. How many times have you heard, oh yeah, you know, this, you know, we're just waiting for liquidity. Well, what's liquidity? I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, we're just waiting for more volume to come in. Okay, what's volume? Like, okay, what's volume? Like, I don't know. Like, what is it in the volume that makes anything? Like, I don't know. So what I always do is I always have that beginner mindset. You know, if you say a word, money flow, what's money flow? There's money flow indicators, but what is it? What does it show? Does it show actual transactions? Does it show, like, how? I'm always the who, what, where, when, why. how does the indicator money flow, how does it work? Like, is it because there's more money, like the order books? Like, is that what it's going off of? Or is it actual transactions that have happened that determine if it's green or red? Like, all these questions you have to ask. Just because you have an indicator, how does the indicator work? What are you looking for? What is it looking for to determine if it gives you a green dot or a red dot? If it starts doing a green cloud or a red cloud? If it starts doing a green line or a red line? Like, what do these indicators show you? How do they work? And, you know, does it reprint? Does it say green candle or green dot? And then because the price action is going up, that's why it's showing it. But then it starts going down and it crosses below level. Does this green dot now turn into a red dot? Because it's really easy to look at indicators and say, oh yeah, let's just go to the history. Let's go to the history. Let's look at what the indicator says. Oh, look guys, there was a green dot here. And then the price, it went up. Yeah, you're looking at the history. Because it could have printed a red dot here, but since it kept on going up, it took that off. And it still kept the green dot. So that's very important to understand. Do these indicators that you're looking at, do they reprint? Do they do they take off what they originally did? I used to use these indicators, guys. Like almost all of them. I used to use all these and I'd be, oh man, this is great. This thing is crossing this thing and this is a buy, or the buy signal will come on, or a green dot will come on, and I'd enter and then it'd go away. It's like, whoa, wait, what happened? I was like, no. Like I back tested, I looked at all the history, but now that I'm actually doing it, now that I'm actually in the moment of the trade, that indicator went away. I was like, oh crap. Then it comes back on again, green. Oh, okay, good. And I'll see the price doing this number. And I'll see the little whatever indicators, and it's doing this number. And then it starts coming down, and it breaks the level. And now guess what happens? Now you have your green that's over here because time has passed, and then now you have a red. It's like, oh man, come on. Like, how am I supposed to trade this? Like, I need to tell me what to do. No. You need to use this and less of the emotions. And support resistance is what you need. All right, moving on. Yeah, we'll look at LDO. I do like LDO. Let's see here. So let's go ahead, and if you have any questions, guys, very important. My goal is to make you trading warriors, not sheep. I don't want sheep. There's other groups that, man, they love sheep. They don't show you all of this stuff that I'm showing you. They don't show you the who, what, where, when, why. They don't show you, they don't explain all the stuff that I explain. They don't give you definitions. They don't give you the meanings. They don't show you how to actually use it. It may be because they don't know how, and they're just regurgitating stuff from the internet. Or it may be that, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, there's so many different reasons. Like for me, if I don't know something, I let you know. I don't know. Why don't you look it up? And then you tell me about it, and then I'll verify it. You know, so that's showing initiative on your part as well. But yeah, let's see here. So KWT says liquidity is the actual amount of money that is realistically available to be pulled from the token. Pulled from the token. Yeah, so there's a couple of, I liked your definition. There's a couple of different definitions on liquidity. And this one, you'll hear this more often when it comes to like Uniswap, you know, liquidity, that you'll hear that a lot. Or when the coins are listed on an exchange, they have liquidity on the exchange so that the buyers can, you know, buy and sell. So, but yeah, that's, so take a screenshot, guys. Take a screenshot of that, because that is one of the definitions. Now I'm going to show you my definition. Of course, here I have I'm going to start making books, ebooks. And granted, I have a bunch of ideas, guys, and I've started several books. I just don't finish them. If I knew somebody who did like ebooks or has done ebooks, I would more than likely say, help me. These are my ideas. Can you make it sound professional? And can you X, Y, and Z? But I have yet to have that happen. Okay. So just give you kind of a heads up. Like this is tokenomics, understanding this, blah, blah, table of contents. So, you know, I'm doing stuff as far as token supply, total supply, circling supply, token distribution, economic models, inflationary models, deflationary models. So I'm going over all this stuff, and I have a lot of this stuff already done. I just need to tweak it. I just need to put more information into where it's not copy and paste from a website to where it's actual true life knowledge, you know. So anyway, so this is my definition. There you can see all that. This is my definition of liquidity. Liquidity refers to how easy you can buy and sell an asset without causing a significant impact on its price. Now this has to do a lot with the order book. So if you don't know how to do the order book, let me go ahead and bring this up for you. So all you do is you go to, of course, my YouTube channel. You go to my YouTube channel and then you come over here to the magnifying glass. You click on this and then you just type in order and you hit enter. And here it is. It's less than 6 minutes. I go over how the order book works and in great detail. This is, watch the video, guys. Watch the video. Like it's gonna, if your orders are getting missed, targets are getting skipped, stop loss is getting skipped, this answers those questions. Your entry is getting skipped. This answers those questions. You enter and you move the coin. This answers those questions. Why is the coin moving so much? Why did it pump? This answers the question. Why did it dump? This answers the question. Less than 6 minutes, guys. Definitely watch this video. Order book secrets. All right, moving on. Now, let's see here. In simple terms, it's about how quickly you can turn your crypto into cash or another asset. So basically, getting out of the trade. You know, high liquidity means faster trades with minimal price changes. Now, the way I like to think about it, I always do stories. The way I like to think about it is think about like you're buying baseball cards, basketball cards, hockey cards, cards, okay, trading cards. And there's a big warehouse. There's like a convention. There's a convention, big warehouse. You have all these vendors, all these booths, and they sell the same thing. All of them sell the exact same pack, the exact same model number, everything, boxes. That's what they're selling. And one of them is selling it for $10. The other one's selling it for $10. The other one's selling it for $10. Now, all these vendors, now some of them do have different prices. Some of them have it for $10.25, but they're not selling. Because why am I going to pay $10.25 when this other guy over here is selling for $10? Well, I'm gonna go buy over here. Now another guy has some of they're the same, exactly the same. Every box holds the same amount, the same cards. Everything is exactly the same. Now another guy, he has a booth and he's selling for $10.50. Well, no one's gonna buy from him. They're gonna buy from this other dude and all these other people that have it for $10. And that's what liquidity is. You have all of this that you can choose from, and you can buy as much as you want. So many people selling for $10. Now, let's say the amount you want to buy is half of the building. That's how many you want to buy. Well, it depends on the sellers. Okay, so now let's reduce the thought process and this big, massive warehouse. I know I stopped in the middle of my thought, but I'm going to this part now so it makes more sense. Now, let's say you're in this big, massive warehouse and there's only 10 vendors. Only 10. One of them selling the boxes for $10, and he only has 2 of them. Another guy, he's selling the boxes for $15, but he only has 1 of them. Then another guy has you know, 2 boxes. So anyway, one of the guys, he'll have like 59 boxes and he's selling it for $45 a box. Well, now you have a decision to make. I mean, I can get, I really want 10 boxes. I want 10 boxes. I have my own shop. I have 10 boxes, so I can resell them. I have 10 boxes that I want. I can pick up these 2. I can pick up this one. I can pick up this one. And each one of them is selling for a higher price. So finally, I need 20 of them. So now what I'm doing is I'm buying this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And let's say the very last one, I've already accumulated 17. And I need my last 3 from this guy who's selling it for $49. Let's say $70. So I need to buy the last 3. So I have my set so I can sell at my place. I need 3 of them. So, and if I want 20, because I need 20 because of the demand that I have, I'm going to pay for those extra 3 that I need to complete my 20 boxes. I'm going to pay $79 for 3 of them from this guy. Now, everybody's gone. You know, this guy, he's still selling it for $80. Now he's selling for $80. Well, I go to my shop and I open up my shop and now I'm selling mine for $85 because I know this guy's going to sell out already. So now what it is because there's fewer people, or in this case, fewer coins that are able to be sold. Now the price can jump. And this is what you'll see in that video for the order book. But this is liquidity. You know, is it easy to get in and out? So the first scenario, all these people, you know, yes, there are different prices, but because I'm buying and buying and buying, it's not jumping up the price. And it's really easy to buy. Now, same thing, there's all these people. It's a huge convention. And you have all these people, you know, with the lanyards and taking pictures, doing Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and everything. And they're doing all these videos and they're showing all these people. And, you know, there's a whole bunch of buyers and there's a whole bunch of sellers. So this is really good liquidity. I mean, it's easy to buy and sell. Now, when on the different scenario where there's a lot of people buying, but there's only a few sellers, or rather, there could be a lot of people or a few people that are buying. Regardless, they can only buy what somebody's selling. So if somebody's selling, one of them are $10, another one's selling for $35, another one's selling for $55, and you want this amount, you're going to have to buy all of these. And now you're jacking up the price. So that is what happens when the prices skyrocket. And this usually happens with this can also happen. Now we're talking about something different. Market cap. Market cap is something completely different, but it works almost the same. So if you have a very low market cap, you will more than likely be driving up the price because of the people that are selling. More than likely, they've only accumulated a little bit. So that's a whole nother story, but hopefully all this makes sense. All right. Now we have volume. Volume is the measurement. Oh, let me bring this up. Volume measures the amount of crypto that has been traded over a specific period. So they're like receipts. And that's saying that this has been traded and the amount of receipts of buys and sells is this much. And then the next bar, because we're on the 4-hour time frame. The next one, this just tells us how much was actually done, how many transactions were actually done. So what it does, again, it measures the amount of crypto that was traded over a certain period of time. Let's see, showing the level of activity and interest, or lack thereof. So it could be higher bars of volume or candle bars of whatever you want to call it, or lower, you know. Now, granted, even though it's lower, all that's saying is that there was fewer people willing to buy. Now, what happens if the bar is lower, but the price goes up? That just means there were fewer people willing to buy. However, they were willing to buy at a higher price. For example, the scenario B, You know, there's fewer people buying, but I'm willing, because I need those 20, I'm willing to buy this one and this one and this one and this one, and eventually the highest one at $79 to finish my 20 set. So just kind of give you a heads up. This is liquidity, this is volume, this is order books, and we talked a little, very barely, as far as market cap. All this stuff, in my opinion, is very, very important to understand how to trade. You know, you need to understand all this stuff. Now, of course, in my trading group, I go over all this stuff, especially, you know, market cap, what the projects are, and of course, you know, support, resistance, when to enter, move up your stop loss. Man, we moved up a lot of our stop losses yesterday. Today I only posted one chart, and then I updated, I think, like 2 or 3, moving up the stop losses. So just let you know, guys, that's what we do in the VIP. If you're interested, come hang out with us. Come join us. All right. Let's see here. KWT says, if the market cap is 1 million with only 200,000 liquidity and you hold 50% of the token supply, the most, let's see, you will be able to sell it 200K. If the market cap is 1 million with 200,000 liquidity and you hold 50% of the token supply, the most you will be able to sell it for is for, yeah, but why would you want to hold 50% of the token supply? That's my first opinion. Like, yeah. Now, another thing that I'm going to show you, and this is more training today. I'm going to show you how to find volume, because what we want is we want volume. If you have more volume, that's more people that are interested in buying and selling this token. So in my opinion, volume is important, because again, you can only buy from people who are selling, and you can only sell to people who are buying. So if you have a whole big old warehouse full of stuff, you have a bunch of vendors, bunch of sellers, but then you have one guy coming in, well, that's not exciting, because who knows, is this guy gonna buy a whole bunch of stuff or just one thing? But now if you have a whole bunch of people coming in, then that's pretty exciting, because you know you're gonna be making sales. So the same thing with volume. Volume is very important. So we're gonna go over volume also. Today is going to be a great day to actually learn a whole bunch of stuff. And now all this stuff I show in the VIP, you know, but one thing that I do want is, if you don't have money to join the VIP, don't worry about it. I got you. Like, I'm going to show you how to make this money. And then hopefully you join the VIP. That way you get all these updates and everything else. Now, if you have money for the VIP, what are you waiting for? Come over. You know, come over. We have a great time. All right, moving on. Let's see here. KWT says, the lower the liquidity, the market cap ratio, the more price impact you make on the charts with smaller buys. Big time. Big time. And this is why it's very important. Like, whenever I'm doing a chart and I show that it's, you know, 1 million market cap or 10 million market cap or 100 million market cap, I always have that on the chart. And the reason I have that on the chart is because, like, you don't want to put 5,000, 10,000 in a $1 million coin, you know. And not only that, but you also have to look at the liquidity, which we talked about earlier. How easy can you buy and sell? And this pertains to the order book. So all this ties together, because you can't buy, you know, $1,000 or $5,000 of this low market cap coin or low liquidity coin, because you will definitely move the market, like, a lot. Great job on that. Let's see, Mark says, so a Bitcoin halving reduces the liquidity, therefore eventually the price increases. It doesn't reduce the liquidity. It reduces the amount that can be minted. So pretty much what could be made. There's a limited amount that can be made. And of course, they're solving all these problems so that it mints a new Bitcoin. So there's the scarcity of the Bitcoin makes it valuable. in addition to all the other stuff that it has going for it, as far as all the, you know, the people with money, how they're hoarding it and putting it in their companies. But that's what creates the value, is the scarcity, because there can only be 21 million. That's it. You can't print more. So it's a definite amount. So give you a heads up. Hopefully that made sense. See, KWT says it was just an example. Also, the above comments I made was mainly referring to trading on indexes. Yes. No, I got you. I got you. And there's a lot of different things that you can say, and there's a lot of different examples you can give, a lot of different variables. So no, I got you, man. All right, so let's go to this. All right, so how do we get here? This is a chart. This is an average chart, right? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go down to the lower right-hand corner, right down here, to maximize pane. Once you click on maximize pane, you're going to make sure to click on this drop-down menu and select Crypto Pairs Screener. Once you select that, you're going to want to go to Filters. Under Filters, you want to go to Symbol Type. You're going to click on this and go to Spot. Then after that, Exchange Type. Doesn't matter, you put any. Under Exchange, you want to put your exchange. Now for this one, I do have MEXC. You can do further stuff in here if you like. However, I don't. Now what I do is I click on the X right here. It doesn't take away the filters we did. You can see we do have 2 filters here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this volume 24 hour in USDT or USD. I'm going to click it one more time. Now it brings up the most amount of volume in USD. And also we do have the volume change. Oh, yeah. And then also the volume. Now, all these numbers, they are relative to the 1 hour time frame. If you click this drop down menu, you can change the time frame. 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly. Right now, I'm just looking at the 1 hour, and you can also see the percentage change. Now, within each of these categories, you can also make additional adjustments. So you can come over here and let's just go to the price change. You can go to these settings, and then let's say price change above or equal to 25%. So now it's going to adjust it and give us everything on this category. Let's go ahead and click it one time, click it one more time. So we can go from low to high or high to low. So that's one thing. Now, if you want to take this off, all you do is hit this reset button and then it takes it away. And once again, you can click it one time, it'll show you ascending order. Click it another time, it'll show you descending order. So this is very important to have. Now, let's say you wanted to create a watch list. Well, you have a certain limit that you can do. You know, you can't put 2,800 in a watch list. You'd have to create multiple watch lists. But to make this simple, what I'll do is I will reduce the amount that are here. Let's see here. Do we have any that are not USDT? I see all these USDT. But let's go ahead and check this out. So from here, I'm just going to type in. So we have, I was going to point to it. We have 2826. So I'm going to type in USDT. So we did have some that weren't USDT. So it did reduce it by barely like 100 or so. Now what I want to do is, let's say we want to, what can we do? Oh yes, I forgot to mention this. So for the column setup, you can come over here to the 3 little dots. And then here you have options of what you want. So these are the ones that I did want. You have other options. So if you do click on this, it will add a column for you. There's a percentage change. There's opens. There's moving averages. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So let's go ahead and do moving averages. I know there's exponential. Let's go probably simple. So there's simple. Yes, simple moving average. And we'll say above the 10. So right now it's 27.02 for the matches. And I don't think it changed anything. 27.02. This one we want above or equal, and the value is going to be, thought I did this already. So moving average, I guess this. I'd have to check what this does, because this was a filter inside this filter. I've never seen that before. Because if under the filters, you can come down here. This is the one I have done before, where you can go simple moving average, 20, and there's the other ones over here, 10, 5 and 30. But the value, you can do the price and other stuff. So, oh, maybe I need to do the price. Let's go and click on this. I haven't done this part, as you can see. Let's go to this. Oh, price. This is what I wanted. So it did reduce it. I think it did. Okay. And then if you wanted to, hopefully you all know how to do this already. You just go over here to the plus sign. Nope, not the plus. You come over here to the drop down. Creating your list. You can just type in whatever, like test or whatever. So here's your empty list. You click on the very first one, and then you go all the way down. Now you have to wait for it to actually generate this. Now sometimes it takes a little bit. See, right now it's thinking. So you can go down some more. It's thinking again, come down some more. And then hopefully it will do these 1200, which I think is still too much. But you can also, make more adjustments here to fine tune it to where now you can get all this. Now, I'm not going to get all 1,200 of them because I think it's going to take too long. But let's just click on one of them, Control A, and it's going to select all of them that are currently right now. We're going to right click, and then we're going to go Add All Selected to Watch List. And then now you have them all right here. That's one way to do it. Give you a heads up. It's a whole bunch too. Okay. So that's how to do that. All right. So, man, that was a lot of teaching. A lot of teaching. We got about 20 minutes, guys. We got about 20 minutes. We're going to finally get to LDO. If you have any other coins that you want me to look at, definitely let me know, and we will do that for you. So let's go ahead and change this. That way you don't see the reload without saving. That way you don't see the VIP charts. You don't see the VIP charts. So let's go ahead and delete this, because this is caca poo poo. So let's go to 33, over here to the X, and bingo and a bango. Yes, delete. Oh, thank you. I don't know what this is standing for. But let's go ahead and go to our YouTube rapid fire. Okay. So the one we're going to do is LDO USDT. And we're going to look at MEXC. It's looking pretty good. Not going to lie. 4-hour time frame. Looking really good. Daily. So let's get rid of our moving averages. I don't like the moving averages unless I want to show you, oh, look, there's a golden cross. Yippee, type stuff. What's this? Oh, this one I posted it back in January. And it just came down. All right. Let's see here. So let's go to the daily time frame. And so what you want to do is you want to zoom out. You want to zoom out, and this is LDO. You want to zoom out just to kind of see the bigger picture. So we're going to go from the larger time frame or macro down to if we can enter this trade. And to me, it looks good. So let's go ahead and check that out. All right, so let's do that. All right, let's see here. If we can just smash the likes, guys, smash the likes. It really does help to support the channel. And of course, if you have any coins you want me to do, let me know. The first one, I normally do a pretty deep dive breakdown of thought process. Then after that, it's fairly quick. If nothing else, do you have any questions? it's funny. I just came from another live stream, and he was referring to the dude's risk to reward ratio. He would set it up on the chart, and it looked great. But then as soon as it got into profit, he would sell. So this is, I just want to show you this really quick. So he would do this, right? And he would have his stop loss started here. And let's just say his target was up here. So roughly it's almost a, it's a 2.5 to 1 ratio, which is perfect. It's good, you know. I mean, granted, you prefer minimum of 3 to 1, but still, this is good. Then the price would come up, and he's like really, really happy. Then it'll come down, and he's like, oh man, I should probably sell it right now. Let me check all the time frames. Then it goes up again. It's like, yeah, you know, it's great. And it starts going up some more. You see, guys, I know what I'm doing. And then it starts coming down. As soon as this comes down, it's like, I should sell it. I really should sell it. And then he sells it. He sells it right here. Barely any move. So what I was talking about in the previous live stream, you know, so I was watching somebody else's live stream. It was the risk to reward. Man, selling it right here, but yet you were willing to risk all this. This is not the way to do it, guys. This dude's very popular. This dude is very well known. This dude's big, and he's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And in my opinion, trash. Yeah, and he's scared too. I've challenged him before, long time before he blew up. I challenged before in reference to a trading. He didn't like it. He doesn't like to be challenged. And he probably cries a lot. Talked about that in my group today. In reference to him crying. Anyway, but this is not good. This is not good to do. So anyway, let's get out of this. Let's go ahead and let's look at this. Yeah, Lenny, we'll do that for you as well. All right. Let's see here. So we're looking at this. Okay. All right. So this is what I see. I see this. Can I do it right here? And yep, right there. Okay. So this is our trend line. We have a touch. We have a touch. Almost touch. We have a touch, touch, touch. And lots of touches that kind of go through a little bit. And now it's above it. So this is looking pretty good. However, we do have now, we're looking for our support resistance levels. We're looking for more touches. This is a good area. I like it. We also have something down here. It's a good area. But since they're super tight, we don't have to do all these different levels. So this level's fine. This level's fine. And we'll do another one right up here. And do we have another one? And what I'm doing is I'm doing the candle body closes. Candle body closes. And I don't want to do this one and this one and this one because they're all right next to each other. So I have it up here. Not only that, but what does the price range tool tell us? Is it between 20 and 40%? Yes, perfect. You want it between 20 and 40 in the bull market, between 10 and 20 in the bear market, just so you can trade in between the ranges. Do you have to have it those levels? No, but it's, in my opinion, it's recommended. These are just my things that I do. All right, moving on. What I enter right now? No. But Joe, it found support right here. Yeah, but it's also underneath resistance. So what I need to do is I need for it to at least cross this level of resistance, these candle body closes. So come over here and we do a set alert. And then we actually set an alert here. So for this one, I'm just going to put YouTube and then question mark, because that way I know it's from YouTube. And then we have our orange little thing that shows up orange because my line is orange. And what I'm looking for is, what might be up here? Maybe down. Come up and maybe down. Then up. When my alert goes off, I look to see what's happened. Is it creating low, higher low, higher low? Did it get rejected right here, or did it come all the way up here to get rejected? Where did it get rejected at? So that I know that if, let's just say it came up to here because of this area of resistance. Now I know that because it did that, now I can enter this trade knowing that if it does come down, I have a very strong, well, not that way. I have a very strong area of support. All this is support. So if I do enter the trade and I say, okay, cool, I'm entering right now, and more than likely I might put a lower entry somewhere down here. Lower entries, and entries are always blue. And then now, if it comes down, boom, I'm in the trade, you know? And of course I have my stop loss down here. So hopefully that makes sense. But right now I would definitely wait for this to break. And this level is approximately $3. So we'll do alert. So 2.998. That's what we're looking for. So hopefully that helps. All right, guys, we got about 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Make sure to smash the like if you haven't already. This is your hour of free mentorship. It really is. If you have any questions on trading, ask. There are no dumb questions. There's either questions we've already had before or haven't thought of yet. My goal is to make you money, period. My goal is not to sell you or to sell you any hopes and dreams with 80% gains, 120. No. Do we make gains? Yeah, sure. Do we lose trades? Yes, of course. You know, but let's see here. If you're not following me, definitely follow me on the Twitter or X. I haven't been, I started getting like a lot of followers and then I just stopped. I think I need a post. I think that helps when I post. This one, it's been 20 days and we've gone up a little bit, so that's good. So I do thank you guys for that. So definitely do that. This one does not happen all the time. Now that is not something that somebody who's trying to sell you something will say. You know what they'll say is, look guys, 217%, you know, join my group and, you know, we'll do this all the time. That's what they show. This doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, man, does it feel good. 2 days after post, 217 max gains. Now our targets were like 50%, 80%, something like that. And it kept on going. You know, the stuff that I do, well, anybody really, they're suggestions. If you want to stop loss, great. If not, for me, I put a stop loss on the chart so that you can have a stop loss area. But if you don't use stop losses, well, you don't have it. Same thing with targets. If you don't use targets and you just move up your stop loss or sell whenever, then that's your plan. But you must have a plan. Now, granted, I don't agree with that plan. But on here, I believe our targets are like 50%, 80%. I forget what the actual, I can't even see it. But whatever that number is, you can just kind of see this number to that number. 24,114 was our top one. So whatever that level was. And those were our targets. And of course, if you held the trade, like nobody knows that it's going to go up 217%. Nobody knows. But if, you know, right now, you know, based off of this, would I sell? Definitely I would sell. Definitely, 100%. So, give you a heads up. Let's see here. We had some other results. Ondo, like I said, we've been on this one for a bit, you know, and then we had a lower entry, then we had a lower entry, then it crossed our level. We entered again recently, like 2 days ago. But this is not from 2 days. This is from our... Look, and I show it right here too, guys. Like, I want to be very transparent with our stuff. You know, this was the lowest entry, but we had an entry, I think somewhere around here, and somewhere around here, then somewhere around here. Then it broke this level, finally, and then, you know, we entered again. So just give you a heads up. I'm very transparent, very transparent. Let's see here. We're going to do token next. Better late than never, nor got to catch Joe's Alpha. Awesome, man. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Your screen said 800 subs. I'm reading 850. Yeah, that was like 20 days ago. That was 20 days ago. Ooh, so that's pretty good. 58 members or subscribers in 20 days. I'll take it. See, YouTube must be playing with algo again. They love playing with the algo. But yeah, so join. This is updating because we're moving up our stop loss. Let's see here. And then of course, you know, if you want to take futures on this, I didn't call this as a futures trade, but if it's available on futures and you want to risk low leverage, you know, you can trade these charts. Let's turbo again. Turbo, bunch of updates on turbo. This one, LAI, 30%. You know, this one, you know, it's not too bad. You know, we did here, it did come down, didn't hit our stop loss. And that's one thing I'm always showing, like, did it hit our stop loss? If it did, you know, and that's one thing I like doing. If we put a stop loss on these coins, like we won't post them because we would have been stopped out. And if I don't have information on how to re-enter the trade, we don't post the results. Give you heads up. Other groups, they'll do that real quick. Oh yeah, we called it right here, but it went down 30-40% and then it came back up again. So just kind of give you heads up. All right, moving on. Oh yeah, and then some of these that are in the YouTube, I mean, you're making money. Like, I tell you when to enter. I don't just say, oh, buy the breakout. No, I give you very specific instructions. Now, granted, the instructions are more specific in the VIP. All right, enough about that. If you want to join the VIP, go for it. Great stuff. All right, what else? So we did this one. Let us look at token. Let us look at token. So Lenny Kid 777 says token. Okay. So this one is here. Okay, so let's go token. Token. ING. Oh, that's funny. No token. Okay, token is, ooh, nice. Okay, so we did talk about this one. We mentioned to set your alert right here. I'm not sure, maybe it was Lenny Kid who told us about this one. And the price was right here. And I said, more than likely, the price is going to come down. Nobody knows. But more than likely, this one was right here. Price is going to come down. Hopefully find support here and bounce up. However, it came down here and it said, nope, we're going down. But it found support right here. No really areas. Is there anything on the 4 hour? No. It just created a new area of support. And that's one thing I always say too. Like, even though, like, there may be a low volume node, which would be this, it can still make support resistance levels. So just kind of give you, just like with all-time highs, it can still newly create support resistance levels. Okay, moving on. Right now, so this was, we're saying right here, and then we were going to, let's go to the daily. Why did I do it there? Okay, so it was a, did I move this up? Maybe it was already coming down. I said, let's put it above this wick. That's probably what happened. I'd have to check. Let's see here. Token. No. Okay. So we would have set our alert here, 4 hour time frame, and we would have entered this trade. Why would we have entered this trade? Well, we would have entered this trade based off of the stuff that I teach. The 4 hour candle must close above the level of resistance. And this is our level of resistance. We had it. I mean, you can get specific. You can actually move it. You can create this as your level of resistance. But due to that pivot. And then it would have still been above our wick. And then you see this one closed. This one closed above. Would we enter? Not really, because it's a, right now I'm zoomed in, but it's a sliver compared to all this price action. See all this price action? It's a little sliver. High risk. The candle looks okay though, compared to the other size candles. Now the next one, same thing. It's like, no, this one right here, this candle, I would have entered. Now, granted, I'm entering. So one thing that I want to show you is I could have said, no, I'm not entering here because it's a sliver, and then, you know, it came down, and say, yeah, I would have entered right here. No, not based on my rules. My rule says that this has to close above the area it's breaking out of, and the candle must be above this area. So now I'm entering way up here. This is where I'm entering. The candle closed, next one opened, I enter the trade. And what happens? Comes down, but find support. Could this be a pivot? We don't know yet because there's only one candle. Next candle looks like it's finding support, but we don't know yet because now it's starting to do the pivot. Next candle, is this a pivot? Is it finding support? Currently, actively, it's starting the pivot because it can easily come down. Now we have another candle. Granted, each candle represents 4 hours. So we're having really nice support starting. Now, whenever you're doing this, you always want to have the pivot, and then this is the pivot possible, and then 2 to 3 candles after this level. You could count this one, but it's just really difficult. So I mean, as it's coming down and it stops and starts doing this one, this is the first one and this is the second one. So you want at least 2 or 3 candles. So this will be 2 and this will be 3. And the more candles you do, the better. If you do 4 or 5, hey, even great. Because now you're seeing more price action, more data being printed, and then you enter. So right now, when I enter this trade, we're underneath this resistance now. Looking over here. Looking at all this support. I would. What's the difference, price difference between this and the area support? About 7%. Okay. So I'd have a stop loss of around 13%. So, and again, what I'm doing is I'm looking like, Joe, I wish I could look. Man, you've had that thing up all this time. Sorry. I'm looking for, what am I looking for? What are they talking about? Man, old man stuff right there. What am I looking for? I'm looking for areas of support. So everywhere that the price, the candle bodies stop. So here it came up and it stopped, create a pivot. So this is a support resistance. So what I want to do is I want to have it underneath it. So as the price comes down, hopefully it finds this as support and comes up. So that's what I'm doing. So that's 13. So this right here, just do it like this. Alt J. And then this is going to be our stop loss. And then I would be entering right here. More than likely, it's going to break through this level. More than likely. The first actual area of resistance would be right around 9%. But we're going to go a little bit higher. So that just means we have to just wait a little bit longer. That's all that means. And of course, depending on the market cap on this, depends on a bunch of stuff. But we're already at the end of the show. Let's see, target. And then we'll do one more. We'll do one more target. Let's see. I don't want to do right here. I mean, right here would be like really good. Underneath a bunch of wicks and candle bodies. That's nothing though. It's only 10% more. And I think on this one, it's a low market cap. 30. 50. You know what? I'm going to do this. Because I think this one's a low market cap. I don't know what the market cap is. It's not in the chat. Let's see, target. we'll do 30 for the first one. And more than likely, you know, we might get a wick. We have a wick. More than likely come right here, the candle body, and then a wick. Boom, target. So we'll see. And then we'll do this right here. Okay. Let's see here. Lenny says, it's getting seriously exciting the last few days, but back to the emotional part. Don't let it get you guys. Yep. Some great call outs, Joe. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, so in the group, we have a bunch of really great call outs. And how many did I do today? So today I updated 1, I updated 2, we posted 1, I updated 3 today. So only 3 needs to be updated, and we posted 1. The previous day, update, update, enter to trade, updates, updates, update, updates, update, geez, enter to trade. So yesterday we updated 7 charts that are still active. You know, all we're doing is moving up our stop loss, and that's what you want. You want to move up your stop loss. And then of course 2 active trades. And then when those trades get stopped out, well, then we don't track them anymore. We don't update them. So just giving you a heads up. Some people, they'll post, instead of updates and only 2 charts, though, they literally post 15, 25 charts in that one day, so they can look good. No, I do all the work for you. I do all the waiting for you. I do all the alerts for you. And then when they're ready, I post. And then sometimes they move very fast. Sometimes they move a day or 2. Sometimes they don't move. It just depends on the market. But granted, and it's so funny too, I mentioned this to the VIP group, that I'll post charts. Matter of fact, there's one right now that I'm calling it. I said right now, more than likely people don't see this pattern, Adam and Eve, but I mean, I see it. Granted, I don't trade patterns, but I see that. And I said, what I see is this accumulation box. The accumulation box, I want to say like 40 days. So I'm doing all this searching. I'm doing all this research. I'm literally here, like just doing this all day long. I don't know how I'm so brown, because I don't go outside. I want to make you money, guys. I really do. So with that being said, I do thank you. I have to get back to the charts in the VIP. Come join us, guys. We have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So guys, if you want more information on the VIP, I'm posting it right now. This is the Patreon link. You can go there if you want to pay with a debit card or credit card. If you want to pay with crypto, shoot me a DM on Telegram. Here are all my links. I do thank you guys so very much. Now, the awkward looking down. There it is. 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys so much for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Today is Friday. I learned that today. Today's Friday, and that's a great day. But be careful, guys. I heard it's a holiday weekend, so be careful. I heard through the grapevine. No, I'm playing. So this is a holiday weekend. Be very careful. They will be looking for you. They will be looking for you. That's all I got. I do thank you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care. Awesome, guys. Let's see here. And who do I mean by they? Who do I mean by they? Well, let's see if I can find it. Let's see here. If you're still here, guys, put a number 1 in the chat. If you're still here, put a number 1 in the chat. Where would it be? No, I don't think I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna try though. So put a 1 in the chat if you were still here. And how did you like the show? Very informative. I need to make that video. The video is gonna take a long time though. It's because all the editing, and then I get like 30 views. Like, do I really want to do this? That's one of the bad parts about being a content creator. Like, you put a lot of hard work, effort, blood, sweat, tears, and you get 30 viewers. Like, no. let's see here. I think I found it. Oh, almost. No, oh, there it is. Okay. So save picture as download. Okay. Okay. So let's see. These guys. Gotta be careful with these guys. Whoa. It was pretty funny. I went to a kind of like a Denny's or a Waffle House type style thing, and as soon as I get there, I see all these cops roll up. I was like, oh man, you can barely hear me. All right, story time. So I went out a couple weeks ago, I guess, and yeah, the fuzz. I went out a couple weeks ago, played some darts, and I won, dude. I won. It was so crazy. That was like, we went undefeated, and my partner was okay, but the first couple games, like I was carrying him big time, but we had a great time, and I'm not that good. It's just I was on it that night, and man, we went undefeated. It was amazing. Of course, playing a tournament, I won some money, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go get me something to eat before going home. And as soon as I pull up, one pulls up, then another pulls up, and then there was quite a bit of them. So yeah, that was kind of nerve-wracking. But I actually have a video, but I can't share it with y'all though. I have a video of me telling them stuff, and then me telling them to put earmuffs, and I had all of them close their ears but one guy. Fun stuff. All right. That's all I got, guys. I do thank you very much. And we will see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care.